Hello, welcome to this Civil 3D corridor modeling tutorial. My name is Abdul Hamid. This is the fourth video of a video series about Civil 3D automatic cross sections creation. Uh, some of you may be wondering why these white border lines have appeared around the cross sections. This outer white border line and then this inside white border line. So to investigate this, I will come to my paper space, and then if I select this viewport, I can see that its scale is 1:75. And if you remember from my previous video that scale for the viewport of the template file that we used, it is also 1:75. So if I come to my, in fact I will make two rectangles, one rectangle around the viewport and then one rectangle for the overall paper size, and then I will use a command change space. What this command does is that it takes things from paper space to model space. I will click on this command and then select the two rectangles that I have just created. I will simply press enter, and then if I come to my model view, I can see that those two rectangles in the paper space have been brought to model space. Now I will move these two rectangles and will place them over here, and as you can see, they align exactly with the two border lines. So what does it mean? It means that the inside border line actually corresponds to the viewport in our template file, and the outer border line corresponds to the overall size of the paper space used in our template file. Okay, so let's delete this outer rectangle and then this inside rectangle, internal rectangle. Okay, now I will just turn off these grid lines, and we will talk about these grid lines in detail in our next video. So we'll simply click on it and we'll come over here to this view group properties, edit group plot style, and then Civil3d is asking me to select graph. I don't have to select this graph, I have to select the section view graph, this graph, and press enter, and then I will come to display and turn off these major horizontal grid and major vertical grid. I need to turn off them, and then I will press OK. So those grid lines have disappeared. Now what I want to do, I want to let's say if I want to make any changes to the view band, how do I do this? If I select on this section view and come over here, I can see that there are two commands, section view properties and view group properties. If I want to make any change only to this section view, then I can use this section view properties. Let's say I want to make changes to the bands, or maybe to the sections, or maybe to elevations, to anything. If I click on this command, it will only affect this only section view. But if I want to make any change to all these section views at the same time, then if I select any section view, then I need to use this command, a really powerful tool. So what I'm going to do is that, let's say I want to remove one data band, so I will click on this view group properties, and then I'm not going to talk about any other thing. The only thing that I need to know about is how I can get rid of one of the data bands, or maybe how can I add a new data band. So I will add a new data band, and I need that data band to appear in all these section views. So how do I do this? Well, I will come over here, I will use this tab called section views, and then we'll use this command change band set. I will click on this, and then I already have 3 bands in my band list. I will add a new one. I already have it in my style list, and its name is fill depth. I will click on this, and we'll click on this button add. Okay, it has been added, and then the gap, I'm gonna keep this value as 0 as well. And by the way, I will be making one video that will only be about data bands, how can they be used, and different options that are here. We are going to talk about these data bands in detail in that video. So I will skip these options right now, but for fill depth I will only come to this surface 1 and surface 2. For surface 1 I will make sure that it is ditch cut comparison surface, and for surface 2 I will make sure that it is existing ground. And for those viewers who are watching this video, if they are wondering where these surfaces have come from, then they need to see my previous videos. Okay, I will press the OK button, and then just see that there are only 3 bands, and I will be adding a 4th one which will be added to all these section views at the same time. So if I click on OK, boom, that 4th data band has been added. Okay, and maybe after adding the 4th data band, this channage is not at the correct location. So I will click on the section view, will click on this guy, and will edit section view styles. I'm gonna change the section view. In fact, I'm gonna do it on a global scale. So we'll select on this section view, we'll come to this view group properties, we'll click on it, we'll come to section views, and instead of change band set, because this is where I can change the band set, I will change the style that is being referenced or that is being used by all section views. And as you can see in this list, these are all those section view that have been created for me in the model view, and they are all using the same style: road section, road section, road section. So I will simply click on this road section, and I will make changes to it. I will click on this, and then I will come to title annotation, and instead of what I want to do, I'm just closing this one. I want to take this value a little bit down. So where does it come from? I will click over here, we'll come to this view group properties, and then we'll click on this style, we'll click on this edit button, and then I will make this y offset -40. And this, by the way, is over here, title annotation. And again, we will also be making one video about how to play with the section view styles in one of our future videos. So I'll press OK and OK and OK. It has gone down a little bit. Let us take it even more deeper. So we'll click on this, click on the edit button, and let's say we'll take it to -45. So now it seems to be at correct locations. So in our next video we will talk about those grid lines that were appearing here. How do they help us rearranging these section views? Let's see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching this video.